so pleased about the fact that I've got 3 of these long axes now. 3 long axes and counting. For Psycho Zero. That needs treatment. We're getting annoyed that they destroyed one of our heater shields. Bastard. Hmm. Not enough for 57. Oh. It was only level 1. Better than that. Asla, okay, so as a house goal, what do you want next? You need take rotation at the next level. Yeah, definitely melee skill. Resolve up to 50 as soon as we can. Fatigue is terrible. Gonna need quick hands anyway, so quick hands at this level, rotation at the next one, and axe mastery. We'll need Colossus at some point. Gifted is tempting. Yeah. This is by no means the most efficient leveling up order, but it's just fun and it's the way I want to do it. Sergeant Crossbowman is not an issue. What if I shouldn't take the melee skill? Need more fatigue. Full arm mastery. Repel and hook. What does repel and hook? What does that do? Repel and hook will know also stagger any target, moving it to the end of the turn order. Nah, not worth it. We can do better at skill. Already got fast adaptation. Oh right, now hang on, you're a crossbow user. But no, I want student. I want student on everybody. Something I want to try this playthrough. Student on everybody. God, this poor guy. Get the loadouts, that's all fine, that's all fine. Ooh, there's a flail not being used. Give the flail to. Probably just Sigma, no, it doesn't have the fatigue for it. Manga has already got one. Okay, so no one's got the fatigue to use it, but that's fine. As they level up, they'll start doing better. Woodmen. Quivers of arrows, 2 quivers of arrows. Yep, that's good. Actually, I should put added leather on the archer and chain on the Huskell. I'll try to gradually weed them out if I can. I mean, it is true that you shouldn't underestimate the guys who don't have stars, because they might get lucky with how they level up, but they typically don't. Like right now, we've got a few guys that we do need to get rid of. Chance. Peddler, they're terrible. Peddlers are terrible. They're tailors. Not great either. Do as much trading as I can here. That's all too expensive. That's cheap. Like that. Junk, 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 junk. Junk, junk, junk. I'm never going to use these hook blades. Don't need that. I'm going to keep both of those. Junk, junk. That's junk. We'll keep that. That is junk. Keep that. Yeah. I mean, they can get higher. I get like 80 odd, but like here's a good example. So Sigmar, I'll make him a Highlander, a sword Highlander, because he's got 2 points in melee defense. So I can get his melee defense nice and high, and then he'll use a two-handed sword. He'll have +5 accuracy on the sword. So yeah, he'll be able to do fine. If it wasn't for the 2 stars in melee defense, I'll just make him a sword and shield expert, because obviously the sword has +10 accuracy and the spear is +20, just to make up for his crap melee skill. So he won't be very good against armored targets, but at least he'll be doing something. Onward, men. Flatbrook. Defeating another mercenary couple, no. Besting orcs, no. Goblins in large numbers, no. Let's go for the mercenary band. What do you reckon, lads? Another mercenary company, which scares the shit out of me, or orcs or goblins? I kind of want to do the orc one, but I think like the fighting another mercenary company fits in with what we're trying to do, the bad guys. I think we have to do that. If we find another mercenary company that has like a small one, do that. Hello, hello. Go fight those pieces of shit. I hate having to fight them in the swamp, but got spears up front. The armor's in a decent state. We've just got to make sure we look after Psycho Zero, make sure he doesn't get closed in on. Actually, he doesn't need that axe, because there's no shields to break here. Might just swap myself with him if he gets closed in on. This'll do just fine, I think. Then Nachters, we want swords afterwards, so... Actually, no, the Morning Star is fine. You don't need a flail. Actually, you know what? Just hitting them with spears is totally fine. I mean, we could equip these swords, but... Let's keep the Morning Stars in case you have to stun one of the big ones. And like Sigmar, you just keep using... If you had a 60 attack, I would give you the sword. Loki can switch to a sword once they've gotten past the spear. Super Duper needs to stun a big one, and then Theobald doesn't have enough accuracy to use the sword, so... Let's get him. It's gonna suck fighting them in the swamp, but... Oh well... Oh, definitely, we need to get to the murky ground so we can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 5, 6. Ah, swamps are the worst. Look how much fatigue it costs. Fucking hell. Well, I mean, I always bemoan the lack of Pathfinder when I'm in this type of area, but then if you're fighting on flat ground, Pathfinder does nothing for you. I mean, sure, it lets you change height without the extra AP penalty, but, you know, it's another skill perk that could be more useful. I just generally try to avoid fighting in this. Like, I would never take this fight if it was a really tough fight. 8 Noctiers isn't terribly difficult. He says before getting wrecked by these things, most likely. Ah, good shot, Gunnar. Oh, an AP cost. Crazy. They can move 3 squares. I wonder if they have Pathfinder. It kind of looks like it. Unfortunately now, Super Duper's got caught out there. Damn it. All these nerds. Kinda gotta move forward here now. Theobald needs to block this off. Oh, good shotgun arm. Oh, 238% shots actually hit. That's surprising. Guys are doing sterling work. That sucks, but we're gonna have to fight them now and work just to help Super Duper out. Oh, lads, good job. Yes. Excellent. Okay. Back after a little crash of OBS. Things happen. Stobbie, you've got a much higher attack value with the pike. I should be using the pike. Ooh, one more hit there. Ooh, ranged value is higher. Oh, stabbed in the guts. Nice laugh. Ugh. Guys are going to get a feast. Oh, that one might get a feast. Spears are so good. Oh, I needed that to hit. Ah. Yeah, me too, Stardog. This game's got huge potential, man. It's so good. Not worth taking that shot. Yeah, lads, give them the old surround. Ugh. Nightmare. The 25 points of fatigue. Yeah, buddy. Probably get an open shot. There you go. Nicely done. Nice. Good job. Good job, everyone. That should be another 9 heads. We can add to our total. We're almost at 30. We're halfway already. We've got a level up there as well. Sigmar is going to be a Highlander, so we should level him that way. Let's go for this. Let's go for student. Yeah. Oh, +1 on me skill. We're going to end up getting rid of him at some point, aren't we? I just know it. He's a beggar, he's terrible. Akazero, what do we get for you? Oh god, look at that resolve. got to give him some resolve. I could get his... you know what? I'm going to leave his melee skill at 60 and just keep buffing up his ranged. So then he can use his axe melee if he has to. No, I shouldn't use him as a crossbowman because he needs to swap someone in the front who's in trouble. Problem. Got a bunch of lads here who are not really set up the way I want them. Have to see what I can make of it. Actually, Hartwig, you could break his shield. Means yes, excellent. Much better. Yeah, the resolve is terrible, but the great thing about deserters is they are so cheap. And they actually have decent melee value. So you can just get through that, that initial period where they are just absolutely horrendous with their resolve. And also I keep them around my sergeant. He's getting 10% of his resolve, so round it up. So I think it's 9 resolve, so he adds 9 resolve to these guys. Yo, still that's so bad. Oh, that was the challenge in this playthrough. Right, we need a temple. Nearest temple is all the way at Volstadt, but we still need 15 heads. That's true. This means they're not perfect. I tell you what, as bad as they are way better than the cripples and the beggars and refugees that I was hiring in the beginning. I kind of suspected this wasn't going to be a hugely successful playthrough, making it artificially difficult for ourselves. But nice bit of profit here. Must I not need here? I need all of this stuff. That's too cheap. I'm going to buy all those tools. Got loads of food, don't we? We've got 3 more days worth of food. Keep the fancy food going. Okay, what you got for us? Another cripple, no thanks. Need someone to go on the front line. I suppose I should save up and buy a sellsword, but god, that's terrifying. The whole 45 per day really puts me off. In the meantime, we can always just get Dietmar and chuck him on the front line. But he doesn't have a spear to use. You know what? I would rather not even have him. The only thing swift about a cripple is his expected demise in a real battle. Hiring a man such as this would send anyone's moral compass spinning. Well, damn it. I guess I have to hire him then. Poor guy. Oh man, he's asthmatic. With 39 hit points. Oh god, he's so bad. Theoretically, I could put Sigbold on the front line and turn Dietmar into the Huskal. He can break shields from the back line. I'm missing a spear. And he starts as determined and he's got 64 hit points. Change him from a Huskell to a shield bearer. Eatmar the crippled Huskell. The good point is the asthmatic won't affect him too much because he's only going to swing the long axe once and it costs 15 fatigue. He's just a placeholder, honestly, this guy. And we could turn him into a crossbow using... I think I need to abandon my thought of having the Huskarls be guys who are axe experts and have rotation and then switch out to the guys in the front. Because both my Huskarls have pretty good range skills, so they'll be way better as crossbow users and then shield breakers. And that means in the front line then I'm going to need to give them all footwork so they can get themselves out of trouble. Now let's try that instead. This playthrough is all about having non-ideal setups and trying to make it work. I don't have a spare shield. Nope. God, you are terrible, you suck! Ugh, bro. So my thinking is, these guys, if they are that close to someone with a long axe, they don't need some way to get around a shield particularly. But the guys in the middle do. Hence, flails on them. Okay. So in other news, I think these guys could become decent ranged users at some point, but my god, they even if someone even looks at them funny, they'll die. Warbows and long axes. Actually, I prefer crossbows on them because if you give them fast hands, crossbow mastery, then they can take the one crossbow shot for 2 AP, switch out to the long axe for free, and then still attack with it. I've already got 2 bow users here, which is normally enough. And then the sergeants will do the same thing. They're also going to have quick hands and crossbow mastery. Okay, so money-wise, what am I actually saving up for here? Just put the slightly better armor on the flank. Oh, guy. I think 1 less long range. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, like, generally, two skilled archers. I mean, yeah, it's fine. Well, I suppose you guys are right. We can make them bow users, and the bows are easier to get hold of anyway. And then just the sergeants will punch through the heavy armor of the crossbows. Okay, you've convinced me. Okay, what do we need to do next here? We need to... Well, first of all, buy another heater shield. Who's got the fatigue for it? You certainly don't. You do. On the low-key. Certainly don't, Sigbold. Neither do you. God, look at these horrible fatigue values. Anyway. See, this lad, the bigger, is just a placeholder. And he's a placeholder. So we can get some better guys in. Let me think weapon-wise. I need another boar spear. Or super duper. Not worth buying one though. I'm sure we'll find one. I did use the temple, I think. I treated his wounds. They are treated. Just gonna have to heal up on the road. Oh, hello. What have we got there? 6 Nachtiers, but the militia are after them. Okay, never mind. We won't get the heads unless we actually get the kills. Hello, hello. God, it's Nachtier Central out here. that grazed kidney is amazing. It's minus 50%. The fatigue, holy shit, that's a big bugger. And the spear wall, chaps. Start poking at the big one, or no, wounding the smaller ones. Hell, not feels bad, man. It's give no fucks, man. It is. Gonna get him. If I hem them in. I kind of want them to go south, which I'm actually fine with. But Dietmar, you don't need the axe. Pitchfork is more accurate, that's fine. Get stabbed, you piece of shit. Oh, god damn it. You're bald. Also fired Theobald. And you suck as well. Who are you, Sigbold? Right, lads, get in there. I half don't expect us to hit that big guy very often, but as long as you're firing into the group, it should be just fine. I should probably be, yeah, fighting with the pole arm instead. Get wrecked. I think this big guy is probably going to eat someone. Ooh. Right. Boys. Don't even mind about that. These dudes are gonna die so quick. It's all about stabbing this big boy now. Old flankerino here. We have long axe at 58 is not enough. Yes, boys. Loving your work. Around that big bugger. It's gonna take a lot of spear pokes to take him down. Yeah, gobble. Oh. Oh. One more hit. Easy. Not much in the way of XP, but hey. More heads. We should need just 9 more. We're gonna have a hell of a payday. I thought someone leveled up there. Oh, here we go. Theobald, the shield bearer. +2, I'll take it. +3 to get you up to 48, and then +2. Your melee skill sucks. So I never normally take student at level 1. That makes things difficult early on, but I think it's going to pay off in the long run. I mean, getting the Veterans Hall and seeing how much you have to pay for XP bonus kind of made me think, hell, you should be taking that. Ever the downer, Fraggle Spear Mace mopes around, wallowing in victory as good as any pissy pessimist could. He throws a dismissive hand out. We've tasted victory, and what of it? Our victory was their defeat. But very well may be that one day someone else's victory is going to come at our expense. Don't you see? Let's not put the cart in front of the horse, lest the shadows of morrow sneak upon us whilst we bask in the supposedly glorious light. You sellswords them to stop being such a prick, but his blunt realism tempers the zeal of others. Pessimist. Prick. Ooh. Do a bit of trading. Get out of Star Dog. Take it easy, buddy. Just remember, I wonder how often you get more gems there. I think it's once a week. Check that out, because we can make 600 gold per run, because we buy it for 500, sell it for 700. Oh, well worth it. Go straight back. That one guy's still injured. The poor dude. Yeah, here we go. He only 1 to 2 days. Okay. He's getting there. Oh, look at these cheap tools. 1, 2, 3, 4. That should give us how much we can carry out. I'll always max out on tools as soon as I can. There you go. Sweet. Now we don't have to worry about tools for quite a while. That also means we buy them for 200. You can repair everything you're carrying. Make more money when you sell it. Wonderful. Wunderbar. We're all just the same lads here. Evening, super. Let's stop in at Jada Wall, see if we can't find someone to hire. Get ourselves some more deserters. Cowardly deserters. Thank goodness we were fighting against undead. Beasts would absolutely wreck us. Yep. Nothing worth buying here. How about a second dog? Not really needed. Actually, you know what? Let's get a second dog. Why the hell not? Should have 2 now. He's got the other one. Okay, we just need a falcon now, and then we've got all the animals we need. A bit of exploring here, why not? If we can find a ruin that we can actually take out. One of those little collapsed dwellings ones. The easier ones. Right. Generally I find the castle ruins to be more difficult. Collapsed dwellings. And there's, like, this is obviously the most difficult. A plethora of ancient auxiliaries. Oh my god, that is freaking terrifying. That must be where all the Noctiers are coming from. I'm glad to know it's there though, because every now and then, like we're on patrol like this, we get lucky, we can find a big group of armored Wiedegangers. I'm always psyched to find on patrol. It's such easy kills. Hello, hello. 1 marksman, many raiders, and a leader. Happy to fight that at some point, but nowhere near strong enough to fight that right now. Running out of time, lads. We've explored all of this, haven't we? Let's go explore up here. And actually, we can probably check that out. Ancient ruins, that's probably doable. We've got 12 guys, level 2, 4, 3, 5, 3. Yep. Hello, hello. An old graveyard, that's doable. Perfect. Perfect. But we're going to want to fight during the day to make the most of our ranged advantage. Wait, what's your range value? 59. Or better off with a warbow then. Nice. La. Okay. Take a wee break, and when we come back, we'll be clearing out Old Graveyard.